Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is the 90 Day Fiance Season 8 Episode 12 review. Um, Obviously spoilers for anyone who's not had a chance to watch Sunday's episode. Don't watch if you don't want to be spoiled. I guess first off, I hope everyone is having a good week so far. It's been okay for me, I feel like there's a blue moon over the house with the way the kids have been acting lately, but not been too bad. Started Doctor Who again because I have not had a chance to watch Jodie Whittaker's Doctor yet, so we are restarting Eccleston's, which I think I said in last video. So we just finished the first season of David Tennant's. Of course I cried because, he left Rose. And I guess that's it. I've still been reading the 100. Got a new book. We're going to start a new anime. Been watching a bunch of crime stuff. The murder of the Mormons, I think, hit Netflix yesterday or today. So I actually started episode 1 this morning. So far it's been interesting. And actually kind of weird because one of my friends is Mormon and she lives in Utah. So the fact that this happened out in Utah is weird, scary, and interesting. But I guess that's all that's been happening this week for me. So let's go ahead and get this started. Alright, so just so I don't forget anything, we're going to go ahead and start off with Stephanie and Ryan / Harris. So, in last Sunday's episode, they had a fight because he did not wear a condom because she didn't trust him. And so, that resulted in, them not having sex, obviously, and a big blowout fight between them, and they ended things. They are officially broken up, according to Stephanie. Is that the case? I have no idea because we've all said that we're over people, but we're not. But of course she got with Harris, and she's asking Harris to stay with her for a few nights before she leaves to go back to Michigan. And he's talking like how when they first met, he wanted to climb a tree and slice a coconut for her and give it to her, and I guess that's romantic there. So we also saw in the preview that she's talking about bringing him to the United States. I'm just gonna throw it out there that I don't think that Stephanie should really be focusing on guys and Belize. I think she should be focusing on men in America who don't want her money. Even though she's already said that she can't seem to find anybody, but I still think that it's quite possible to find somebody not interested in just gouging out your bank accounts. But I don't know. I don't know Stephanie's dating history, obviously. So it's very interesting. But I don't think that she should be interested in Harris. Just because you can say... He says that he warned... Sorry, cat. He says he warned Stephanie about Ryan, but he may not be any better. So, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Andrew and Amira. So, I feel bad for Amira. She's stuck between her dad and Andrew in this episode. If we all remember, Andrew's vacation while Amira was in the detention center for 3 days, where he did absolutely nothing besides call people and then literally just stay. They didn't actually try to find her or anything for that matter. So, he's talking about them going to Siberia to try again. And I don't know. I just think that he shouldn't be pressuring her, I guess. But that's what I feel like he's doing. I'm not really a big fan of Andrew. I feel like he is pushing Amira to keep going out of her way and sacrificing. And I don't know. I'm just not really a big fan of that kind of stuff. So either way, Amira's dad said that if she did go out to Siberia and tried to do this all over again with the possibility of her ending up in a detention center again, then he would no longer speak to her. And of course, when Amira talked to Andrew about it, he kind of got defensive and mad and said that, whatever, we don't have to do this. You need to let me know. And that was the end of that. I personally don't think that she should go to Siberia, and I personally think they should wait, especially when they talked to the immigration office, and they said that they could just have it reissued. Which, I mean, I'm sure what happened, since it's the coronavirus, it's an actual pandemic, not a I went to America and then came back, like, Marcel or and Anna, what happened with them in season 7. He left and then came back because it was reissued. And that probably would never happen again, but a pandemic should be a way, right? I don't know. I feel for Amira though, so I hope that she decides not to do anything with Andrew. Alright. So Jovi and Yara. So when we last saw them, they were fighting as usual. At the engagement party that they were supposed to have, and he was basically spending all of his time drinking and with everybody else, not really introducing Yara to anybody. And it was a little rude, and she called him out on it. And then in this episode, she asked him to stop drinking for him, except on special occasions, which is really not a bad compromise considering that he drinks all the time. So I think that it wouldn't be a bad thing for him to kind of ease up a little bit, but he says that he will. So that was really shocking, to be honest. He said, yes, I will do my best, and that was it. Now, the question is whether or not he'll actually keep to it, because I feel like he won't. But either way, they also hurt Jovi's mom's feelings. So they're wanting to have a small Vegas wedding. Just them two. And then obviously something for when everybody can be there. Which is fair. It is, to me, it is totally fair. Jovi's mom threw a 50 to 60 people engagement party, which was more than Yara wanted, was more than she was expecting, more than what she asked for. And so, it was just the fact that this one thing, it should just be them, and then they have something with everybody when her mom can be there. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that. But of course, Jovi's mom is talking like, oh, that's not going to happen. Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm going to be so hurt. So, I don't know. I feel like they should just stand their ground. And if that's what Yara wants to do until her mom can be there, then let's do it. I mean, it's just, to me, I guess I can't say that I wouldn't be upset, but I would understand if one of my kids happened to date somebody from overseas and we're bringing them over there to get married on the K1 visa, then I would totally understand wanting to do something with everybody there. But I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, well, Yara's not accepting, but we accepted her and blah, blah, blah. That's not, no. So for the time being, everything seems to be fine between Jovi and Yara. They have 2 weeks to get married before he has to go right back to work again. Not to mention she's pregnant. So, we're going to find out. All right, so Rebecca and Zied. Now, I'm going to say this. When Zied started talking about Ramadan, which I have no idea what it is, so I was going to look it up yesterday after I watched the episode, but I forgot. So I'm going to do that when I'm done with this. He's talking like if they don't get married before Ramadan, he's going back to his country. So I'm assuming this is a pretty big holiday or something that it's very important for him. But then he's also saying that during Ramadan, Rebecca can't even stay in her own house because they're not married, which is weird. It's very weird. I'll be out there in just a minute, okay? Okay. So it's weird and irritating. But either way, Rebecca has said that it's not happening, that she's not going to marry him before Ramadan, and she's not okay with having some church, some court wedding, because it's not what she wanted. But he's okay with it. He's just rushing to get a marriage. I don't know. I kind of feel for Rebecca at this point, because I would have been like, if you didn't want to be here for Ramadan, then you should have stayed in your own country, because I'm not going to rush these 90 days, because you shouldn't. Now, don't get me wrong. The very first season of 90 Day Fiancé, they had that one couple who were holding out for marriage, and they actually got married like a week or 2 weeks in, or something like that. It was really quick, really quick. And they've been together now. They're still together, still totally in love. Sometimes it happens. But when you've already done the 90 Day stuff before, and you've rushed it, and then they turn into a totally different person, I would wait too. So I feel for Rebecca, and I definitely feel like she should not be, rushing this wedding of hers. So, I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out about that too, because I definitely feel like that's gonna come to head soon. Alright. Last but not, oh wait, no, I'm sorry. We still have Mike and Natalie, but first we're gonna do Brandon and Julia. So Brandon and Julia are not pregnant, as far as we know, and they went wedding dress shopping. She took Brandon and his mom, which honestly I totally would understand, and she wanted to be involved because Julia's mom isn't there. So that was nice of her. Should Brandon have come? No. He looked massively bored. He had no idea what he wanted. And then he picked the dress that she wasn't even aiming for. She was aiming for the first one. Yes.
Mom.
I'll be out there in just a minute, okay?
Okay.
What do you got in your hand? What do you got in your hand?
Nothing.
What do you got in your hand? I'll be out there in just a minute, okay? They get into everything when they're 3 and 2. They really do. Everything. Alright, so Brandon looked bored. She wanted dress number 1. He wanted dress number 3. Said he was going to be honest, but he just seemed not even interested. So that was the one thing that Betty and Julia have ever agreed on, is that Brandon should not have been there because he had no enthusiastic behavior. He just looked so bored. So I was like, oh my God, just tell her that number 1 is the one that you want to. That way she's happy, because that's the one she wanted, was dress number 1. Now they all look beautiful. Don't get me wrong. My wedding dress was ugly. I didn't even get married, but it was just ugly. So those wedding dresses that she picked were beautiful. And I would totally pick number 1 too, if I could fit, and stuff like that. All right, so far they're fine. Now let's get to Mike and Natalie. So with Mike and Natalie has basically decided that she needs to forgive Mike. Even though she doesn't believe him, she wants to trust him. So they make up. They officially have made up in this episode. And she's apologized and said that she will trust him. She wants to put the past behind them. She should have never gave the ring back. And honestly, I was so shocked. I didn't even hear Mike apologize. He should have apologized. But then in the next preview, they show that Mike doesn't forgive her for throwing the ring at him. Then again, it could be edited. They do that. They edit out clips, to make it look like something else is being said. So if he doesn't forgive her, then really, what is the point? Yes, she threw the ring back in season 7. Honestly, it should have happened. Honestly, I don't see them lasting. But it's just one of those things that, okay, shoot the ring back, but here you guys are. And if you have no intention of giving her the ring back, no intention of getting married, you should never waste the money. Because that's all it is, a big waste of money to bring somebody over here and then send them back. And we've all been saying that all throughout this season, is that it's Mike and Natalie are bad for each other. And if they really do get over this hump that's blocking their relationship and they really do get married, then whatever. I hope for the best. But otherwise, they just need to go their separate ways. So I really do feel for Natalie, just because I felt like she was trying, and I feel like it's going to all come crashing down in the next episode. Not to mention Brandon and Julia's blowout fight about him not wanting to get married in a church. So there's that. We got a lot of stuff coming up, which I'm excited for, because I feel like this season's kind of been dragging a tad bit. Of course, I will try to get the next video for Sunday uploaded on Wednesday instead of Thursday like it was last week, because that way everyone has had time to watch it. And I think that's it. If I missed anything, I do apologize. I was watching it while I was taking care of the kids, and they have been a handful for like 3 weeks now. A handful. I'm shocked my hair is not falling out yet. But I shouldn't jinx that, because that would be terrible. All right, so I guess that is it. I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and I will see y'all next week.